What's your response to the latest commentary of Ryan Garcia with the recent racial epithets spewed yesterday? What's your response to that?
First of all, we at Golden Boy, including myself, we don't condone any, racism and any type of. It's just wrong. It's wrong, and it's not good what he said, and we strongly feel that. I just heard Ryan saying that he's going into rehab. It's a step in the right direction for him personally, but yeah, we at Golden Boy, and I've spoken to my partner Bernard Hopkins, and we just don't condone that. It's wrong.
What was your initial reaction when you first heard it?
I wanted to get to the bottom of it, and I started doing research. Where did it come from? Was it him saying it? Was it him, on Twitter? Was it so? I found a video where, look, he's right now. First of all, it's wrong, totally wrong. And I don't know if it's his drinking. I don't know if it's him doing mushrooms and this. But when I listened to a video, and he was slurring and this. So he's in a bad place right now, really bad. And I can understand now why he's going to check himself into rehab. But again, that behavior is uncalled for. First of all, I know Ryan. Ryan is not a racist guy. He's just not. I know him. He's not. He's not that. Now when he is around people and he's taking who knows what, and he's drunk and this and that, and people are talking like that to him. Hey, come on, my man, this and that. Like, I can see Ryan going along with it, and and this, but it's obviously wrong. But I don't see Ryan being racist. I just don't. I don't feel it. I just don't see it. And so that's why I want to talk to him. I want to really get to the bottom of it, and to make the right decision, because like I said, if I throw fuel to the flame right now, who knows what can happen.
Oscar de la Hoya has finally reacted to Ryan Garcia's latest controversial and racist social media rant and condemned the actions of the young boxer. De la Hoya has found himself in hot water since Garcia's racist comments a couple of days ago, and he's trying his best to distance himself from the wrath of angry fans on social media. He talked about how Garcia accepted responsibility for his actions by checking himself into rehab. He pointed out that this was a good decision by the boxer. De La Hoya also recently talked about whether he was in contact with Kingry after the social media meltdown. He mentioned that Ryan doesn't contact him much. However, he did state that he reassured Kingry about the suspension and convinced him that they would make plans to help him stay occupied during the one-year suspension that he received.
Like, literally the times that I talked to him, and I've talked to him several times. Last time I talked to him was about a week ago, and every time I talk to him, he seems normal, he seems good. I talked to him about, okay, look, you're suspended, but there's other things you can do. When you come back, look, I have ideas. I have other business opportunities for you. And he seems great. Like, there's no slurring. There's no this, that. He just seems good. So, look, I've always said that I'm here for him. That, if he needs me, give me a call. I don't get calls from him, but it's, he's definitely in a really bad place right now.
De La Hoya also expressed his skepticism and disappointment with the WBC expelling Garcia for life without any significant evidence. He believes that this is a motive by someone from his team or circle to sabotage his career.
Oscar, what do you think about the ruling from Mario Suleiman in the WBC saying that Ryan is no longer allowed to compete in any more WBC events, thus barring him from the rest of his career?
Well, look, I mean, I'm glad that I got all the information, right? And And again, first and foremost, it's wrong what he said. It's wrong if you even think it. It's wrong. It was just wrong. But you can't. You have to gather all the information before you make the accusation the way WBC did. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. Maybe Ryan does have like a really psychological bad problem, or you know, when he does, I heard he does shrooms, or he does, I don't know what kind of, or he's drinking, or you know, maybe he has people inside in his circle that are maybe telling him it's okay to do this, you know, like a sabotage type of thing. Because in boxing, especially in boxing, you don't know what the hell is going on around your circle, because people can plant things, this, that. So the WBC made their statement, and you know, it is what it is. But I am no doctor. I just know that what he said is wrong.
Oscar praised Garcia for deciding to get into rehab and exclaimed that it was the best decision Kingry made. He shared his own experience with mental health struggles and seeking help, stating that the world isn't a nice place when you go through hard times. He advised Garcia to cut off people from his circle who he sees as giving off a negative vibe. Oscar also shed some light on Garcia firing his lawyer and said that it was a good decision. He pointed out that his lawyer, Lupe Valencia, wasn't a great communicator and caused plenty of misunderstanding between him and Garcia.
What advice do you have for him as far as the experiences?
I think that what he did of checking himself into rehab is a good thing, because he did it himself, right? Like I have experience with many rehabs and stints of rehabs because other people wanted me to go there, and it never worked. It never worked. Rehab is like, just it gets you in a place where, okay, you can think about what you did, and you know, but it just puts you in a place where you feel sorry for yourself. You feel like people are against you. So that, therefore, you have to do it yourself. You have to check into a place yourself. You want to get help yourself without people telling you. So, you know, my recommendation for Ryan is just look. I think he must literally look within himself and see the circle he has around him, and get rid of everybody. Get rid of the people. Get rid of the people that you have around you, because they're just not good.
He actually fired the circle. He did get rid of his lawyer Lupe. I know you and Lupe have had a complicated relationship as well. Just what was your reaction to that?
My reaction was, it's about time. You know, you literally, and it's not just because, you know, it's not because of not doing business, you know, accordingly. It's just because he was just a bad communicator when it comes to, you know, getting the message across. Like, I would say something to Lupe, and I'm not sure what message was being sent to Ryan. So, you know, Ryan got rid of him for certain reasons, and he finally found out exactly who he was.
De La Hoya isn't the only one who suggested rehab for Garcia. Kingry's father, Henry Garcia, also recently made a plea to his son to seek help for his poor mental health.
How is Ryan doing? I know from social media it seems that he's having a difficult time with everything, but when's the last time you spoke to Ryan, and how is he doing?
Well, I haven't spoken to Ryan in a long time, but he speaks to his mother more than me, you know, but it's okay. He'll call me when he wants to, but what I'm seeing is that I would love for him to get some type of therapy when it comes to his drinking, you know? I mean, I'm being real. You know, he says he can control it. Well, I hope he can, but if he doesn't, that's what I'm talking about. Get that therapy so that he can stop.
Is that what's been happening? Is that?
Yeah, that's one of the main issues, yeah.
Although Garcia Sr. didn't spend much time with his son during the recent months, he revealed the reason why Garcia's mental health took a turn for the worse, despite his amazing performance in the ring against Devin. He pointed out that the criticism Kingry has been receiving on social media and outside has affected him significantly. He also shed light on another serious issue with Garcia's poor mental health.
What's the reason behind you guys not being able to talk? It's just he's not taking your calls, or?
He just, he's out there. He's out there. He's being 25 years old. I mean, I know when I was 25, I wouldn't call my parents, until I needed them. So I guess that's the moment that he'll call me when he needs me.
It must be so, I don't know, it's so hard, so difficult to see him going through all this.
Well, it is. It is. He did say something to his mother, and I was around when he said it, and he said that, he's pretty bummed out about everyone, attacking him and saying that he did something on purpose, which it wasn't. It was just a contamination of a supplement, and it is what it is. So we're just gonna continue doing what we're doing and ride the wave, as they say.
Henry Garcia also shared his thoughts on Garcia's suspension by the New York State Athletic Commission, saying that it was unfair. He pointed out Canelo Alvarez and other pro boxers who got away lightly with positive tests and compared it to King Gray's suspension.
In terms of what happened with the suspension, what's your reaction to it and what happened?
I think it's a little unfair, Canelo did his clenbuterol, which was only 6 months. That girl, Jones, I think, she didn't do so much, remember? And then there's another person, Sean O'Malley, did, I think, Osirine as well. So they didn't overturn the things that they did to them like they did to Ryan. That was shocking. That's why Ryan's bummed out. Because it's like, why did they do it to him so, drastically? Fines, suspension, months, what else? $1 million payoffs. I mean, it's like, is this gonna keep on or what? I mean, because he has money? I mean, it's not right. And I think the New York State Athletic Commission is wrong, but it is what it is. We have to accept and just move forward.
People have brought up, the settlement as Ryan admitting he was guilty when you guys have contended that it was a tainted supplement and Ryan didn't do it on purpose. What's your response to that?
Well, Ryan isn't guilty, okay? His lawyers have to come up with something, because if they went to trial, something might have gone worse or better. We don't know, but we're not going to take time. We'd rather, take it for what it's worth, pay what we have to do, not because we're guilty, but we don't want to keep on and dragging it like a long court session, we just want to do what we have to do and be ready in 10 months.
And his promotions company.
Ryan had a big 4th of July week himself. I don't know if you got a chance to see how his Twitter feed was going.
Oh, no. You're not going to get me involved in that. That's not my thing. I'm here to talk about Camille. I'm here to stay positive, talk about Camille, what my fighters do, and about me helping my fighters, and me being positive, talk about family, I'm here with the promotions. And that's what I'm here to talk about. Something negative, I don't want to have nothing to do with it.
But let's also look at what others in the boxing community had to say about King Gray's latest controversial outburst.
What are you guys' thoughts on Ryan Garcia? Unfortunately, he's in a sticky situation, and he didn't share the most favorable things about the Muslim community. You guys are devout Muslims, something that you obviously have shared with the fan base very well. Just what are your thoughts on what he said and where he stands currently?
I think Ryan, I think he just got a lot going on right now. You can't say too much. I didn't look too much into it, but I've heard some things, and I say Ryan Garcia, he's got a lot going on. I'm not gonna look into it and try to.
Like what? What they got going on? Like pills and.
I'm not sure. I don't know, but
he probably just a dope man. Inshallah, he'll be Muslim real soon. He'll probably be Muslim.
There you go. We got your thoughts on it.
Yeah, but I know he just. But one thing for sure, what's going to happen with Ryan his next fight? Huge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing around.
Yeah.
He's trying to get them butts in the seats, man.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it might not be for the best reasons, but I feel you. I feel you.
Man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Take care.
Ryan Garcia obviously is in a lot of turmoil. He just got suspended by the WBC for using the N-word. What are your thoughts on that?
I fight July 27th in
Okay.
Detroit. Make sure everybody show up to come support me in Detroit.
Let me switch the subject really quick and just get your thoughts on this Ryan Garcia craziness. He's done with the WBC, right? Yeah. They told him he can't fight anymore, he's suspended. And it's because of his usage, amongst other things, of the N-word. What are your thoughts on that whole situation?
Yeah, man, I don't do the racist stuff, man. I don't condone that, but
I heard he took himself into like a mental hospital or something like that. He's supposed to be getting therapy or something. So hopefully he gets help. You feel me? But all the racist stuff and you know the comments that he made, I ain't with that.
No doubt.
It didn't offend me. It made me feel very sad for him to hear him speaking the way that he was speaking, and even hear him saying he wasn't gonna regret it, and then you know again to see him soliciting an apology. The apology was real. Him saying that he wasn't going to regret it was just him pushing on where he was already at. Anything that he commits to, he doesn't know how to uncommit to it. He doesn't know how to retract it. He doesn't know how to just stop it. You know what I mean? He's not a bad guy. He's not a bad kid. He's just...
2 or 3 occasions. Actually, I've been very fond of him. I like him a lot. Once upon a time, I felt that he had a chance to be the new face of boxing.
I'm at that point, and I've been at this point now where I am completely done with saying, Ryan Garcia, we need to help him. He needs help. That's true. He does need professional, serious help, but I'm also just done excusing bad behavior and bad faith, just continuous BS being spewed by this guy because he feels and has always felt like he's above any sort of criticism when he waves around his flag of religion and or the typical "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it" excuses that come behind the vitriolic and just quite frankly terrible things he said. I'm not going to get into the actual verbiage because he said things that no human should say, but this has been a pattern of behavior for Ryan. It is the typical narcissistic, how much can I get away with doing and saying before finally people catch on and say, yeah, we can't rock with this. You're a scumbag and a piece of shit. I know there'll be people in this comment section that'll say, Wade, you're just a hater, he needs help, da-da-da, and I'm sorry if that sounds a little too mean-spirited for me to say, but this is a guy that's walked right up to the line, crossed it many times, even before this.
The likes of Stephen A. Smith and Wade Plemons think that Ryan Garcia has crossed a line too many, and we should just stop entertaining him. Others, such as Abdullah Mason, feel that this is his way of boosting his popularity and increasing his fan base and staying relevant in the sport of boxing. Whatever the case may be, it's hard to disagree that Garcia hasn't just embarrassed himself and his family, but also seriously hampered his boxing career. With the 1-year suspension and now being expelled by the WBC, the future doesn't look bright for the boxing star. Even with the expulsion being dropped, it will be hard for him to get back his fans, many of whom have had enough of him. However, we'd love to hear your opinion on this. Do you think Ryan Garcia can make a strong boxing comeback? Let us know in the comments. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.